Good day. It is January the 10th, and today we continue in John 9, doing verses 18 through 21, and Proverbs 10. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged, we're going to post these videos. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you can reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Then we begin John 9, starting at verse 18. The Jews still not believe that the man had been blind and had received his sight until they summoned his parents. 19. And they asked, "Is this your son, the one you say was born blind? So how is it now that he can see?" 20. His parents answered, "We know he is our son, and we know he was born blind." 21. But how he can see, but how he can now see, or who opened his eyes, we do not know. He is old enough to speak for himself. So the Jews, these would be the leading Jews probably, still did not believe that the man had been born blind and he received his sight until they summoned his parents. These were the bigoted and hostile ones of questions. And now they're questioning the fact that there was a miracle. The Jews, these were his enemies. And asked, "Is this your son, the one you say was born blind? So how is he can see?" These are legal questions. First one is, you say this is your son. You say he was born blind. And now how can he see? They're questioning everything. 20. His parents answered, "We know he is our son, and we know he was born blind." Yes, we know he is our son. Yes, we know he was born blind. 21. But how he can now see, or how his eyes were opened, we do not know. Ask him. He's old enough to speak for himself. Says, look, we know he's our son. We know he was born blind. But as how he can see now, we don't know. Hey, my son's right there. Ask him. We don't know how he sees. Proverbs 10. A wise son maketh a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. 3. The Yahweh will not suffer the soul of the righteous to famish, but he thrusteth away the desire of the wicked. 4. He becometh poor that dealeth with a slack hand, but the hand of the diligent maketh rich. If you're lazy, you're going to get poor. 5. As wise son gathereth in the summer, but the son that does shamefully sleepeth in the harvest. If you don't gather in the harvest, you won't have any food, you won't have a crop to sell. 6. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but upon the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. 7. The memory of the righteous shall be for a blessing, but the name of the wicked shall rot. 8. The wise in heart will receive commandments, but a prating fool shall fall. 9. He that walketh upright walketh securely, but he that perverteth his way shall be found out. If you walk upright, you're going to be secure. 10. He that winketh the eye causeth sorrow, and the prating fool shall fall. 11. The mouth of the righteous is the fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked concealeth violence. 12. Hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth up all transgressions. 13. In the lips of him that is discernment, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding. 14. Wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is an imminent ruin. 15. The rich man's wealth is a strong city. The ruin of the poor is their poverty. 16. The wages of the righteous is life. The increase of the wicked is sin. 17. He is in the way of life that heedeth instructions. In other words, you listen to God. But he that forsaketh reproof erreth. If you don't listen to God when he tells you you're wrong, you're definitely in error. 18. He that hideth hatred is of lying lips, and and he that uttereth slander is a fool. 19. In a multitude of words there wanteth not transgression, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. 20. The tongue of the righteous is a choice silver, the heart of the wicked is of little worth. 21. The lips of the righteous feed many, but the foolish die for want of understanding, because they don't know what to do. 22. The blessing of Yahweh maketh rich, and toil addeth nothing thereto. When God makes you rich, you can't make it richer, yourself richer. It is the sport of a fool to do wickedness, and so is wisdom to the man of discernment. 24. The fear of the wicked shall come upon him. In other words, what the wicked fear, it shall come upon him, mainly being caught and punished. And the desire of the righteous shall be granted, because the desire of the righteous is the same as the desire of God. 25. When the whirlwind passeth, the wicked is no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. 26. As vinegar to teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a sluggard to him that sent him. Very irritating. 27. The fear of Yahweh prolongeth days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. 28. The hope of the righteous is gladness, but the expectation of the wicked shall perish. 29. The way of Yahweh is a stronghold to the upright, but ruin to the workers of iniquity. 30. The righteous shall never be moved, but the wicked shall not inhabit the land. 31. The mouth of the righteous buddeth with wisdom, but the froward tongue shall be cut off. 32. The lips of the righteous knoweth what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked is all frowardness. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you can reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.